Hi guys. Okay, so this is part 2 for the Q&A of the channelers answering scientist questions. So we're going to start off where we left off. This is going to be question number 7, which is, what is love? So most channelers expressed in various forms that love is simultaneously everything and nothing, the creative force of the universe that permeates all. Some responses focused on the enormity of love, describing it as the all, and so much more than we can comprehend. It is simultaneously everything and nothing. Several channelers emphasize love as a creative wellspring, calling love creative and describing it as the creator engine of the all, or the primordial spark of creation of all that exists and doesn't exist, the source from which we all originate and the core towards which we all converge. Certain vibrational frequencies can create physical matter. One of them conceptualized love as the purest reflection of the supreme entity. Also, there's a difference between two types of love. So in human life, pleasure is fundamental, and the term love invoked the wait, what? That doesn't even make sense. Never mind. I think that was a typo. Sorry. Also, let's see. So, okay, let's skip to the next question. Sorry. I don't want to just read the whole article to you. Like, I feel like you need to do that yourself. So I'm just going to give you like easy answers. Question 8 is, what is the nearest exoplanet that harbors intelligent life? So the question itself is tricky. I already read this part of the article. The question itself is tricky. Like, it can mean a lot of things. And so there's like a misunderstanding about what nearest means, the various exoplanets with life, their characteristics, space travel. So a lot of them are saying that these exoplanets that seem that there is distance between you with your visual eyes are actually quite close when you connect with the jump points of the timelines where there are vortices. Someone else said you can reach them with your mind, even though they may be beyond the reach of telescopes and astronauts. One channeler said that the closest exoplanet that contains intelligent life is the Pleiades, not because they're the closest, but because they are directly linked to Earth via creation and genetics. Furthermore, in the multiverse, there are millions of exoplanets with intelligent life, but they are not separated by time and space because they are within the multiverse. Someone else said to look towards the Pleiades and Antares. That would be beneficial. So Pleiades was the most commonly named location, with 4 channelers saying the Pleiades. Sirius was also mentioned by 2 channelers, and then 2 other channelers mentioned Alpha Centauri, and then 1 channeler mentioned Antares, Metatron, Q, W, Zeta Reticuli, below the North Star. Yeah, so lots of comments were made between these planets, and that traveling happens in a way that transcends traditional views of distance and space-time. Obviously, or else it would freaking take you forever to get there, you know? One of the channelers said that they're able to wear, that their vehicles are like clothes that surround them and allow them to get around by moving the body. One channeler described the intelligent life's appearance as they are about 1.5 meters tall. Their skin is colorless. They have very big yellow eyes with a black vertical pupil. They have a large head and 3 to 5 digit switch and a lump like a small ball. They have spacecraft in which they travel in space and are perceived as negative by humans because they behave purely as researchers with no mercy or empathy, treating people like guinea pigs, not malevolently but scientifically, towards something unknown to them. So basically, none of the channelers' answers refuted there being life on exoplanets. They did express that the answer to the question is different based on how nearest is defined. Okay, so this I haven't read yet in the article myself, so this is new to me too. But what creates life in plants, animals, and bacteria? One of the channelers said, all life and beings are fractals or pieces of source expressed in all infinite ways. Someone else said, everything has spirit. Even a flower has a soul, which was assigned an evolutionary path, but sometimes even involuntarily, depending on what actions occur in the life cycle. Someone else said, every human is a strand of consciousness, of the same consciousness of God. You're all facets of God. We are facets of God. Same thing. Someone described the impulse for consciousness to experience itself, thus creating life as a path to self-knowledge. Someone else, one of the channelers said, when the void was without form, it was consciousness that in no way understood itself. It was simply pure consciousness and potential, pure potential. I had a real revelation and began the creation through that I am now. Someone said, all parts of planet Earth are living. There are no non-living structures, not even rocks. Okay, and I think this is the very last question. This is the one that I literally Googled the question on Google, and then this whole article came out. So this one is, what is the nature of dark matter and how could it be detected? This is question number 10. There were three main themes in the answers to this question. A, reconciliation of opposites, dark matter being involved in travel, and the human mind's inability to comprehend dark matter. Fewer channelers mentioned how it could be detected. Multiple channelers also believe dark matter represented an important polarity, and words representing opposites. Let's see. One channeler wrote, dark matter is like the shadow of something which is in the light, representing normal matter. In a way, the object exposed to light acts on the light itself, and the shadow is a reaction to this action. Further, dark matter has within it the potentiality of both sides of polarity. Within dark matter is everything. Polarity disappears, and there is the one, and especially love, which meets death, and vice versa. Another common theme was the idea that dark matter represented an opportunity for space travel. One of the channelers said it's not possible to travel across the universe without it. The closest analogy would be a fiber optic cable through which you can travel all through what you're calling dark matter. Dark matter in many ways contains portals and energies that are detectable by other races and other beings that use them to travel. Someone said that it's too difficult for the human mind to understand dark matter. Your mind will just not understand it. Someone said, dark matter is something like tracks left behind from the motion of supreme beings. Each time parts of a supreme being direct themselves towards physical or non-physical beings, the movement generates a sort of detritus, which makes up what is called dark matter, which is as large as the supreme beings themselves. Someone said there is dark matter within the human brain, and that activating the brain through meditation would allow us to detect it. Someone said once we understand the dark matter in the brain, you can start to understand the dark matter out into the universe. Someone said to use psychedelics to be able to detect dark matter. The way that you can tune into this, because dark matter itself is pure consciousness, is to do mushrooms or psilocybin. There is some connection with that vibration of psilocybin where the intelligence turns into the jump point, these empty spaces, these dark spaces of nothingness where dark matter resides. In summary, there was cohesion in answers about dark matter, reflecting its relationship to polarities, space travel, and that the human mind may have difficulty understanding dark matter's nature. I think that's it. Overall, for question 10, they said the scientists said that there's nothing from a scientific point of view that gives me any clue or new idea about the nature of dark matter, how to search for it. The closest to a statement on the nature of dark matter is something like dark matter is consciousness, and the closest to advice on how to detect it is to take a little bit of psilocybin mushroom. Where did this little bug come from that's on my freaking iPad? That's disgusting. Whether the scientist was jesting is uncertain. However, the suggestion is undoubtedly actionable. I don't know what else to say. You guys can read the rest of the article, but that was it. I gave you the title of it and like the year it was published and in what journal in my last video. So if you want to know, it's in the last video. It's in part 1. So let me know what you guys thought of that. I thought it was really cool and really interesting. I really think that science and spirituality, or science and religion, need to merge. And I think that's like the future, hopefully, because I truly believe that they're like one and the same, but we're just like so separated, you know. Let me know what you guys think of the article. Try to find it yourself, and then let me know what you think about it after you read it all. Have a great day.